Here are three dark horse players to watch versus the Chiefs in the season opener. At number 3, we have Tyler Conklin. Look, the Chiefs' defense is mostly intact. Expect them to be very good, but as good as they were, they gave up some decent yards to tight end last year. Towards the end of the season, they allowed 60 yards to Pat Freiermuth when they played the Steelers. He was their top receiver that game, and they also allowed 140 yards to Brock Bowers in their game versus the Raiders. But of course, that's Brock Bowers. And let's not forget our last game played against the Chiefs. Our former tight end, Stone Smart, had a big game going 3 for 3, 54 yards, while also tacking on another 20 yards from Will Dissly. That's 73 yards to the position. Now enter Tyler Conklin, who has combined for almost 100 yards and 2 touchdowns over his last 2 games with the Jets. Conklin's a big upgrade at the position for Justin Herbert, and if the Chiefs are still as vulnerable over the middle as they were last year, look for Conklin to have a solid first game of the season. At number 2, we got Bud Dupree. The Chargers pass rush is going to look a little different without Joey Bosa. Bud Dupree, who was an awesome edge for last season with the Bolts, will now expect to see more work. Now, pressuring Patrick Mahomes is going to be a huge part of the Chargers' game plan in this one, and it just so happens Bud did an awesome job against them in their first meeting last season. He was all over Mahomes, logging 2 sacks and providing constant heat. If Bud can keep his foot on the gas, he could emerge as a big contributor in this one. And with the Chiefs' offensive line being completely overhauled, he'll be set up to have a repeat in the season opener versus Kansas City. Now at number 1, we got Keenan Allen. It's kind of crazy how many people have forgotten Keenan is back with this team, and he's the most experienced player on this team when it comes to playing the Chiefs. After all, the man has 136 catches and 1,083 yards versus the Chiefs in his career, which is absolutely insane. Keenan is also being set up beautifully to contribute in this game, and that's mainly due in part to Ladd McConkey. You see, star corner Trent McDuffie is likely going to shadow McConkey in most of this game, opening opportunities for Keenan to simply do his thing. Herb and Keenan have looked awesome in practice since he returned, and I think that chemistry is going to be obvious in this one. It feels like he's good for 5 or 6 catches and plenty of converted third downs. I think Keenan will remind a lot of fans that he's back with the Bolts and have a solid outing.